And we are live. Welcome to the process. It is June 16th. I'm a little tired because I got to stay up and watch one of the greatest basketball performances I've ever seen. Kevin Durant coming off of all 48 minutes, monster triple-double, comeback W. Just, I don't have the words to describe how awesome watching Durant last night was. It was just truly amazing to see. I was not cheering for the Brooklyn Nets, and by the end, I just realized that I didn't have a choice. Kevin Durant was going to make me cheer for him one way or the other. It was truly gorgeous to see. So that was just amazing. And it was like equally not amazing to watch James Harden play, other than the fact that he was able to tough out 46 minutes. He looked terrible. I can't imagine he looks good in game 6. I think this series is still open. But it wouldn't surprise me if Brooklyn could somehow really give him the old smackaroony in game 6 and put him out of their misery. Just wild stuff, man. That second half was gorgeous. Kind of want to rewatch it. Thank you for being here. Please hit that like button as you get in the door. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. All that good stuff. We're going to break down Hawks, Sixers, Clippers, Jazz. Running back Monday. Once again, we'll be able to do this one again on Friday as well, since both of these series are 2-2. Just truly incredible. Truly incredible. Great playoff basketball right now. Meanwhile, the Suns, we got, 3-2 Nets Bucks, 2-2 in both of these series, and the Suns are just hanging out at home, like getting healthy, relaxing, getting a little bit of energy back. It's going to be good stuff. So let's dive into this because obviously we have talked about these series before. We should be able to run through it pretty quickly, get to optimals, and get in and get out of here. So the only way that we know how. Cheers, everybody. Rise and grind. It's that time. Get your coffees, get your waters, get your tea, get your beers, get your joints, get your cigs, whatever you got. However you want to start the day. Cheers to you. Let's dive into the process. Yeah, that coffee's good. That coffee is really good. I don't mind being up late if I'm going to be watching a virtuoso performance like I saw last night. Just incredible. If you're a basketball fan and you didn't enjoy Durant last night, you should never watch a basketball game again because that was dream type stuff. All right, so for the Hawks, we saw Solomon Hill not play. We saw Kevin Huerter get significantly bigger minutes. I'm going to assume that that is the case once again. So I'm going to take Kevin Huerter to 35. And then we're going to take... Does Bogdanovic need to go to 40? Yeah, I guess he does. And we got Gallo at 27. That's fine. Capella got to 35 again, so that's good to see. Let's move some of these minutes around a little bit. Yeah, Miles, so did I. So did I. It worked out pretty well in cash, but not so much in GPPs. But I had him in cash, cashed. Had a lot of them in GPP. Didn't see the floor. Anytime you can get Elijah Bryant out there, you got to do it. But I would guess that a lot of people had Portis yesterday. We can take a look at it too. Yeah, and I guess any pay down option was in the optimal, I believe. Right, we got 2 minutes left over here. Where the hell do they need to go? They don't go to Tony Snell. I guess I'll probably give another one to Trey. And then I'm just going to take Tony Snell to 10. You know what? That feels kind of weird. Actually, it'll be fine on a 2-gamer. It won't matter. Rates will all be the same. So for Atlanta, I haven't taken a look at salaries yet, so this will be interesting. Yeah, Bogdanovich, 6,200 on FanDuel, 6,500 on DraftKings. That one's just sort of a no-brainer. He looks like the best option if he's going to be playing 40 minutes. Kevin Huerter looking like the second best option on both FanDuel and DK at 4,800. Again, if he's going to get 35 minutes, that's kind of where you want to be. Don't mind Capella. Don't mind Collins. Trey at 10-4 on FanDuel is a bit of a tough sell. We'll see how that shakes out positionally. 9,900 on DraftKings. Same sort of story. I like the value coming from Atlanta a little bit more than I like Trey today. I really like Philly in this game, so I'm hoping that the Sixers' salaries have settled and we can really dig into them. On to the Clippers. We're obviously running a very, very specific rotation now. So it'll be interesting to hash all of that out. We get very little of Ivica Zubac. He's basically just going to be playing the minutes that... Well, he's going to play basically as many minutes as he can against Derek Favors. And then we get Marcus Morris playing his massive amount of minutes. We get Nick Batum playing a pretty massive amount of minutes. Kawhi at 40. Paul George at 40. Bev at 16 seems fine. Reggie Jackson at 31 seems reasonable. I don't mind any of these minutes that I already have in. I mean, this is basically the rotation. So no changes for the Clippers. Heading into game 5. Reggie Jackson, 4,800 on FanDuel, 5,100 on DraftKings. He would be my favorite Clipper so far. Paul George, still someone you need to get to pretty aggressively. Kawhi Leonard at 11K, still someone I'm probably not going to get to all that much. And then Marcus Morris, 4,500 on DraftKings. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going straight back to Marcus Morris like I did last game. Is this already sorted? Got Atlanta. We got the Clippers. We got to take off Philly and Utah. Atlanta, Clippers, Philly, Utah. Bang, 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 bang. Done. So... there we go. That fits. Yeah, so Bogdanovich on FanDuel out of Atlanta and the Clippers at the top. 2 points ahead of Reggie Jackson, who's 2 points ahead of Clint Capella. Or 2 points ahead of Kevin Huerter, and then 2 more points ahead of Clint Capella. So really like in Atlanta so far, we'll see where the other two teams end up, at least from a value perspective. Trae Young ahead of Kawhi Leonard. Paul George ahead of Trae Young and Kawhi Leonard as pay-up options on FanDuel. On the DraftKings side... clearly, Paul George still incredible at 8,600. Kawhi and Trae Young at 97 and 99 look pretty comparable. Looks like we're going to have one more process show on Friday, and I have a sneaky suspicion that's going to be the last one. I don't know if we're going to have any more 2-gamers after this. But we shall see. All right, on to Philly. For the Sixers, no Danny Green. Embiid questionable. Obviously, we expect Embiid to be playing here. And playing a lot. Just health is going to be pretty interesting. So 16 minutes for George Hill. Is that fine? Yeah, that's fine. Cork played 25. I think that's fine. Thibault played 21. Yeah, these minutes are going to hold. Actually, we'll take one here. We'll give that to Maxey. Shouldn't matter. Sixers. Joel Embiid, 10-8 on FanDuel, 10-5 on DraftKings. That's where I'm going to be going for my pay up, as best I can tell. He's too good of an option. Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons, depending on which site you're looking at, you got to prefer Tobias Harris on FanDuel, where he's $400 cheaper. You got to prefer Ben Simmons on DraftKings, where he's $500 cheaper. You can then get back to Korkmaz at $3,800 for value. $4,300 on FanDuel's not really my cup of tea. We just really don't have that many changes to make. We know what's happening here, and I don't think that there are that many useful items to talk about. Let's close it out now with the Utah Jazz. Conley, questionable. And I have no feel if he's playing. I'm going to assume that he's not playing. I can't. I don't see it. I just don't see it. So 36 works here. 37 for Mitchell, I think, is fine. Although I guess I could take one more minute from Niang. 32 on Ingles, 30 on Clarkson. I mean, if we're being honest, they should be playing Jordan Clarkson a lot less. He has been absolutely terrible in this series. They need Mike Conley back so they can get Jordan Clarkson off this floor for so many minutes. Otherwise, they're going to keep getting bludgeoned. Favors minutes look fine. Gobert's minutes look fine. Don't think we have anything else to change here. Maybe an extra minute to Royce O'Neal. That all feels pretty good. Rates stay the same for Utah. And again, this is assuming Conley is out. Everything changes otherwise. God, and then getting to Jordan Clarkson on FanDuel looks to be the best option at 5,300. That is not at all what I'm looking for. He's been so bad. So bad. So Clarkson, Mitchell on DraftKings at 9K. That's a standout option. You know what? Let's just run the crunches. We're going to get a much better idea of how everything looks. We get this information into Fantasy Cruncher and see what the sort of optimal lineups look like. So thank you guys for being here. Smaller crowd, but no surprise. We're running low on everything since it's the playoffs, but 62 viewers, 32 likes. You guys hit that one last time. If you haven't, that'd be great. I don't know, Miles. If he plays like James Harden did yesterday, then he's probably a detriment. All right, FanDuel projections are in, which means we're on to the FanDuel Optimal. Jordan Clarkson, Reggie Jackson, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Kevin Huerter, Kawhi. Interesting. Bojan, Tobias, John Collins, Clint Capella. Getting Kawhi into the Optimal. That's crazy. What's even crazier is that you can do it while also getting to Embiid and giving up 0.5 of a point. That is not what I expected. All right. Yeah. I guess that's a testament to what the small forward spot looks like. We'll see that after power rankings. Let's check out power rankings on FanDuel. The small forward must be a real problem if Kawhi is showing up in the optimal. Jordan Clarkson, though, is looking like he's about to win the top contenders prize. And now I really hope Mike Conley plays. Oh, this is so good. Jose, I don't know about that. I don't know why they would want to get rid of Mike Conley. That would be a not smart move for the Utah Jazz. All right, so power rankings on FanDuel. Clarkson is clearly at the top. Unfortunately, he's playing really bad. I was going to save this for the strategy show, but since we got a limited amount, yeah. Jordan Clarkson for this series is minus 50. Think about that for a bit. He is minus 50 this series. Not great. Clarkson at the top of the heap, though, for today. Reggie Jackson, Tobias Harris, Royce O'Neal, John Collins, Boyan, then Bogdan, Kawhi, Matisse Thybulle, Donovan Mitchell, Kevin Huerter, Gallo, Marcus Morris, Joel Embiid. Let's take a look at what that small forward spot looks like. Yeah, he's due all right. Yeah, you get to Kawhi by default. Batum's price is up $500. Gallo's price actually went down $300, which is kind of interesting. Thybulle stayed the same. Boyan went up $300, and then Kawhi went down, right? Yeah, $200, I think. Yeah, $200. So yeah, that's going to lead you to get to a little bit more Kawhi today. Jose, what do you mean he's going to want to get paid? He already got paid. He can't, nothing that he can do can change not making the All NBA team and getting that money. He's already under the contract. So I don't think that he can do anything to try to get that money. Power forward is an absolute tire fire once again. Harris, O'Neal, Collins, Morris, George Niang. That's all you get. Center is comparable. Shooting guard's tough. There are a lot of legitimate shooting guard options. Point guard's pretty cut and dry. Let's run through DK now. Yeah, Miles. Look, if Mike Conley's not in, you gotta play Clarkson. You really do. 5,300. It just has. You just have to. Trust me, it's not fun. All right, DK optimal. Hopefully, Clarkson's not in here as well. Yeah, I really hope Conley's there to not have Jordan Clarkson be in 75% of my lineups. All right, here we go. DK optimal. Bogdan Bogdanovic, Kevin Huerter, Batum, Gallo, Collins, Reggie Jackson, Kawhi Leonard, and Donovan Mitchell. So the double pay up of Kawhi and Mitchell. No Paul George in the optimal. Again, surprising, but Kawhi's price in relationship makes some sense. So nothing too crazy there. Kawhi is like the slightly better high-end play. And then forward matters too. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard only being like, just make them shooting guard, small forward eligible. What are we doing here? Kevin Huerter is a shooting guard and a small forward, but Kawhi and Paul George aren't. That's what we're going to say now. Kevin Huerter is more likely to guard up and down the positional spectrum. Give me a break. That's so silly. That's so silly. Tobias Harris gets dual eligibility. Joe Ingles, Royce O'Neal, Boyan, Batum, everybody. Every one of those guys. That's ludicrous. All right, closing it out on DK with the power rankings. That should be interesting. Mitchell not being in one of those 3 All-NBA teams is perfectly reasonable to me. Didn't think that he should have been there. Wasn't very interested in including Mitchell at all, actually. Did not make mine. Not that anybody cares what mine is. Mitchell, though, the top of the heap in the power rankings for today. Reggie Jackson behind him, Bogdan Bogdanovic, John Collins, Kevin Herter, Batum Morris Leonard, Gallo, Clint Capella, Royce O'Neal, Rudy Gobert, Trae Young, and Paul George. Less Paul George is kind of surprising, but it happens. Prices change. What else is eligible at shooting guard? What a monstrous list of shooting guard. That's just so silly. So silly. You can just put people anywhere, man. It doesn't matter at all on DK. It's two separate things, Miles. And Jose, Mitchell's not the best player on that team. That would be Rudy Gobert. That's why he made all NBA. Yeah, again, guys, you're conflating two separate things. Rudy Gobert is the best regular season player on the Jazz. It's not particularly close. You want to tell me that Mitchell's better for the playoffs? I'm happy to listen to that discussion. But we are talking about two different things. I mean, look, I think that Trae Young's got to be there before Beal. I had... Oh, yeah, Cantor. That might also be true, at least for this year. I can't even remember who I had on third team in that Beal spot. I mean, Miles, it's not super likely, that's for sure. Wait, and by the way, Donovan Mitchell is in the optimal. Mitchell's in the optimal, so there's that. So you must just be looking at the first created lineup from the power rankings. They're not in order. Easy to miss. Let's check out Yahoo. Yeah, Gobert is worth max money and not overrated. But, you know, we won't get caught up on that. Yeah, Miles, it happens. I had already switched tabs, so. Yeah. Rudy Gobert is, look, he's having a really great postseason too. But he is, he is specifically made to create teams where they design their entire defense for him and he runs a top 3 defense by himself, basically. It's like he creates an entire defensive culture for a team. You don't game plan for that in the regular season. Yeah, if Gobert can't win a series, that's a different question than an all NBA regular season award. Just putting that out there. You guys just don't. You got to remember there's two sides to this game. You got to play both of them. Optimal lineup on Yahoo. Reggie Jackson, Bogdan Bogdanovic. There's Jordan Clarkson again. Kevin Herter, John Collins, Nick Batum, Joel Embiid, and Donovan Mitchell. So the Joel Embiid, Donovan Mitchell duo will be the pay-up options in the optimal on Yahoo. Yeah, Jim, I don't see any issue running Paul George and Kawhi at the same time. They do everything for the Clippers. Let me see if I could find my all NBA teams. Man, I just spelled my own name wrong when I searched here. I have no idea where this tweet is. Ooh, I'm going to find it quicker because the media, I think. Let's see. I know I had Jimmy Butler on the first team. Yeah, there it is. So I had Curry, Luka, Giannis, Butler, Jokic. Real team has Kawhi first team. Oh yeah, I had Bam over Bradley Beal. I don't mind that. Everything else is, I believe, the same. I have no problem having Bam over Beal. I think that last spot was really hard. Rudy Gobert on offense does exactly what is asked of him. Exactly. He shot 68% true shooting. He's catching every single thing that they give him. People don't recognize how good Rudy Gobert is, which at this point, I guess this means that he should fall off aggressively. Last time I took this stance, it was Middleton. Power rankings on Yahoo before we close this out. Reggie Jackson, Kevin Huerter, Jordan Clarkson, Donovan Mitchell, Nick Batum, Rudy Gobert, Collins, Young, Embiid, Bogdan, Kawhi, Joe Ingles, Boyan, Clint Capella. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Antonio, most centers do not shoot that. They do not shoot that at all. Rudy Gobert, points per shot attempt, aka true shooting, 92nd percentile for big men. 92nd percentile. Again, he's not using a lot of possessions, but he does exactly to a T what they ask of him. Now, do I want to pay Rudy Gobert $43.8 million in 5 years? Of course not. At $27.5 million for this year, he is paying that off in spades, man. It's just different. He's a different breed. He's a completely different breed. We're talking about a guy that is solely responsible for having the #1 defense in the league this year. And he does it every single year. Just lethal defense. First, 11th last year, which was a very, very weird year, obviously. First, second, third. It's all because of Rudy Gobert. And again, it's a regular season award. So, got to pay attention to those regular season stats. All right, FanDuel done. DraftKings done. Yahoo done. Which means I think we are done. I don't think we got anything else to look at. Don't get me started on Miles Turner. He only got like 1 vote or 2 votes for all defense. It makes me so sad. Same for Jakob Poeltl. Got nothing. Nothing. Oh, yeah, let's pack it in. Another one down, though. 77 viewers, 55 likes. It's good stuff. So, Contenders videos coming out shortly. Strategy show with Laffy. I'm certainly expecting us to talk a little bit about Durant from last night, which will be fun. And then live before lock, it's me and Greg again tonight, 6:30 to 7:30. So tune into that. Thank you guys for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, notification bell, all that good stuff. Subscribe to the podcast feeds, sign up. I probably have a promo code. Yeah, Hawks are looking like chalk, Jose. I don't know. We'll figure it all out throughout the day. Live before lock, when all of the news is in, when we know if Mike Conley is playing, maybe that'll be the time. Good luck tonight, everybody.